Nah, I don't think so. I hope not.
Alright. Yeah, but I wanted to call in because what I wanted to argue against was the fact that, like, jokes matter. Because if you remember, black people have always been a joke. Like,
Right.
everything about us is a joke. And that's why people in the world, like foreigners that have never seen any other example than the media that's put out about black people, they're like, oh, but black people love fried chicken. Oh, all black people love watermelon, right? And y'all all mean and aggressive and loud. Like, and that's why jokes matter. So it's like when you have these men who dress up as women pretending to be transgenders with deep voices and shit, that makes it hard for like the transgenders that's just trying to live. So now we think that every transgender is supposed to look like Caitlyn Jenner.
Right.
You feel me? And the way you treat people, like you treat them based off a joke. Like, for example, I'm Caribbean, and we have always called Caribbean people, like, well, not Caribbean people, Chinese people, Mr. Chin. So now every Chinaman, when you see him, oh, it's Mr. Chin, and with the eye, like, that shit's not funny.
Right.
Like, it's like certain shit should be funny, and then certain shit should not be. And it's like, when your jokes is about race or like sexuality or about religion, that's where shit just start becoming offensive. And I love comedy, but it's like we in a new age. Like, people talk about how the world is sensitive, yeah, but back in the day we used to joke about people getting raped, and that's not funny.
That's like I don't even see it as like, oh, people are sensitive now. People are sensitive now. I feel like it's now those same people that they were telling jokes about have a voice now. So I feel like it wasn't a brand new thing. It wasn't like this is just, they just came out of the blue saying, let's be objective against whatever. Like, no, yeah. They now have a platform to say, hey, this was hurtful 20 years ago. It's hurtful today. Now you get to see me because we both got Twitter.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure, and this is the thing that, I feel like, not to be like it's the black person's responsibility, but I just be feeling like we should be acting different since, like, we've been in that place for forever. You see me? Like, because I know our grandparents 20 years ago didn't think minstrel shows was ever fucking funny. You feel me? Even when you was growing up in that era, when black people in every single movie talk like, yes, son,
yes, my son.
Yeah, we ain't never think that shit was funny, even though they did. So I feel like we gotta be, I don't know, I just always feel like, not that it's the black person's responsibility to like save everybody and be the spokesperson for everybody else's movement, but I just be always feeling like we should be the most understanding to anybody's want for equality.
Yeah.
When it's like, bruh, we still ain't equal and never been equal the entire time. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I think even if you don't gotta agree with somebody's lifestyle or life choices, but I feel like you could at least understand somebody's want to be considered equal, in the country that they live in and they're from, because I think that's the real thing about everybody is like, bro, at the end of the day, I'm from here, my family's from here.
Yeah.
I can't leave. So, just the same way that you just talk about how, like, you don't want to live in a capitalistic society. So it's like, and you live in America, so this society got to change. It's not like, well, Tommy, leave then. No.
And even if I do leave, right? Because I've had people ask me that. They're like, yo, why don't you live in the society that you want to live in? Like, I wish it was that simple. Like, let's say, like, tomorrow, I'm like, yo.
Canada not letting my ass in, bro.
Not even Canada, but, like, real socialism. So, like, Cuba, right? Let's take an example of Cuba.
I'm not accepted there.
But even so, if I am accepted there, it's not like it's not like Cuba is able to rock without the U.S. sanctions. You know what I'm saying? So, like, even with the other option, you still have the effects of this American society impeding on people. Like, if I move to, I don't know, like,
yo, it's so crazy because that's the real truth. Like, do you know that, like, so I was just talking about that same thing about how, like, America's first world country, but it's like we a joke of a first world country, barely we almost a third world country, but at the same time, it's like we're such the leader, like on everything, like people, well, not on like technology, but like influence. We have like such a big influence. Like other countries, like, we made plastic surgery hot, even though it's like other places been doing plastic surgery.
Right.
But we made it like once bitches in America started getting their lips filled, everybody in America. I mean, everybody in the world. I'm so serious, Tommy. Like, have you seen them shows that's like not botched, but like,
oh man,
like it's like, okay, so they have shows like 90210 and shit.
Yeah.
But in other countries.
Okay.
Where like, so they begin, and it's like, bro, why is you are from you are from Scotland. Nobody in Scotland got a BBL or a Nicki Minaj body, but because they doing that in America,
trying to echo it.
Right? You think that's the look? That's the part that's weird.
Yeah.
That you know, because I don't know, I wouldn't just. It just remind me of different things. Like, for example, like the influence America has had on like Asia, and like how like you know, Asians, they only grew up around other Asians and their own culture, but it's like, you know, like they want to perm their hair so they can have curls, or like
braids.
You know, Asians still listen to like, you know, like swing music and stuff like that because the war, and they dress the way they dress and dyeing their hair blonde, like that shit is weird to me.
I mean, I'm not gonna judge like Japan for what they do, cause niggas had to get bombed twice.
No, it's not about a judgment. It's just more so like it fascinates me.
Yeah.
How it's like, because the thing that's different in America, right, where because we're a melting pot of cultures, our culture is a mix of everything.
Yeah.
But when you go other places, you know, like, they have their own culture. So it's like your whole life, you was raised in your culture and everyone around you. Like, I'll give you an example. It's not too many...
Hold on, Simba. One second. I'm going to try and connect Bluetooth so they can hear you better.
Okay.
I don't know why I muted
Power
this.
on.
Like, they
Bluetooth
can't hear that.
pairing.
That's crazy.
Bluetooth connected.
Okay, let's try it. Now, go ahead.
Like, for example, that's like
There we
if,
go.
like, in Jamaica, people bleach.
Right.
That's like if Americans saw Jamaicans bleaching and was like, wow, that's so cool. I want to do that too, and started doing that.
Yeah.
Like, that's what the whole world does with America, and I don't know why.
I mean, I
have
feel like
no idea why.
I feel like the bleaching is more of like a self-hate thing than like a, you know what I'm saying? Like the
Yeah, but the reason why I brought it up is because it's a cultural thing.
right.
Like, culturally, we understand it.
Yeah.
Even though it's still not good, but we understand it, and it's something we do over there. Like, for example, the big butts in Brazil, they booties was fake. They ain't real booties. But it's like that kind of crept onto us, and we accepted it, and then now everybody do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But everything America do is like that. Like, where it's like think about the NSYNC, and now you got K-pop.
I mean, but NSYNC
You know what
was
I'm
just
saying?
like doing what niggas was doing, like.
No, but that's where K-pop comes from, boy bands.
Right.
They didn't have boy bands in Japan. That wasn't a thing.
I can't speak
That's
to that.
not their
I don't know.
Like, culturally, that's not really their thing. Like,
Right.
where it became popular, though, because, you know, boy bands was an American thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Right?
Kanye.
So it's like, you know.
Kanye has a quote where he said, like, rap is the new rock and roll. We culture. So, like,
Right.
even the creator of Bevel, he had this quote. I'm going to basically paraphrase it because I'm not trying to butcher it. But he was basically saying, like, global culture is influenced by American culture, which is influenced by hip-hop culture, which is influenced by black culture.
Right. Like, but that's it's so true, but it's a crazy idea that global culture is influenced by American culture. Like,
right.
That is, I think we need to be more influenced by the world. Like, the world got a lot of things working for them that we still don't got.
I just don't understand how, like, I just read this book, where it's about this soldier going over to Iraq, right? And I just don't understand how America can open up its mouth, being like, "Hey, what you got is wrong," when it ain't no utopia back home. Like, there's documented history of just terribleness that America's done to Americans. Like, I'm not even getting into the whole Japanese internment camps. Like, you got terrible stuff with the natives, like the original people, that you messed up. And so who are you to tell me, oh, the way I'm doing things is wrong, I'm going to give you freedom by occupying your space? Like, nigga, if you don't get out my face, like...
Right. But see, the thing is, we make so much jokes about shit, we don't even know that we live the same life. Like, you know, a lot of people joke about, what's that part, like North Korea? That you can't leave? Or South Korea? Yeah, it's North Korea. Like, we joke about them, but it's like, when you, like, the world news is the main reason why Martin Luther King wanted to protest, so that the world could see the treatment that we're getting. Because it's like, even as Americans, right, we know, first of all, as Americans, you learn about Thanksgiving first. So you don't even learn about the true terror. Then you grow up and then you find out, okay, they killed them. But you don't know about a lot of stuff. Like, when I moved from Florida to California, I learned about the Trail of Tears. And the Trail of Tears is the walk that the natives had to take from the East Coast to the fucking West Coast to go be put in these like the concentration camps, the reservation shit.
Yep.
Could you imagine that? Like, natives live all over this entire country, especially the East Coast. So you're talking about New York, Pennsylvania, all up and down the coast of the East, and I have to walk to the West. It took me 41 hours to drive. Think about walking with children and livestock and old people.
Yeah.
I did not, and mind you, I am 28 years old, and I don't know that. They don't teach you about the Trail of Tears in school. Like, even a lot of stuff that happened to us, like segregation, like, you got to go and look. You got to research it on your own. They're not going to teach you that stuff. So all these other countries, they see the promise, and they see, like, oh, well, you know, it got so many opportunities. Maybe all them people over there, they just complain. But then that's why first generation, when they're going to this shit, they're like, no, bro, this shit sucks.
Yeah, like, it's not just...
not the American dream that you thought.
Yeah.
Even, like, bro, deadass, even I got into an argument about it the other day with my homeboy, because I told him, I was like, bro, all my life I've been black, and I really don't understand how my access to grocery stores has changed because of where I live in the country.
Yeah.
My status, my economic status has not changed, but because of where I live, like, it's way different. Like, so for example, right now I live up north. First of all, Walmart is about 30 minutes away. Then the grocery store is definitely about 15 minutes away, but it's a liquor store and a bodega everywhere.
Right.
In Florida, it was supermarkets everywhere. Like, it was definitely a Walmart everywhere. Like, and I was like, bruh, I still lived in the hood when I lived in Florida. So why was me being able to get to the grocery store easier for me? And then don't even talking about California. California, I didn't even need to go to the grocery store because people sold produce on the side of the road.
Right.
Not even a farmer's market. People sold produce. Like,
yeah.
And also, like, different places I lived in Cali, people had produce that they grew themselves, and there was, like, inter-community sharing where people would just drop shit off at a stand, and they'd be like, oh, you leave one, you take one. The trust system.
Right.
Like, when I was living in Cali, in certain places, I did not even realize there was a pandemic going on because everybody was in their house, so I'm in my house with my family, and then I don't even have to go anywhere. And like I said, the sharing, like, we did a lot of sharing stuff, like sharing of, because I lived with my baby cousin, so new toys and stuff, we could go onto Facebook, and they had communities where they just drop stuff off on their porch, and you could come get it and pick it up. Like, dead ass, the only time I went out into the world was to go to the grocery store.
Yeah.
That's it. Besides that, I went to public parks. I went on hikes every single day. Like, it wasn't no pandemic. Like, and my family, they all worked from home, so it wasn't no pandemic.
In the traditional sense.
None of that.
Like having to risk your...
Yeah, like, where you... Even the inner city stuff, like, where you got to stand in line to go to the grocery store. It wasn't none of that. Like... And then in other communities, too, like, you know, other people... Like, you ever notice that? When you go into certain grocery stores, you don't see certain people. Like, where's all the Africans at?
Yeah.
Where's all the Asians? They not in Walmart because they have their own society stuff that they still hold on to. So it's like those Asian markets have what they need, so they go there.
Yeah. But I appreciate the talk, for real. I'm telling you, next time I'm going to figure it out, like, technology-wise. Are you going to be on the regular degler? Don't need a Bluetooth speaker, nothing like that.
Yeah, for real. I fuck with y'all, though, like, for real, heavy. Like,
no, I appreciate it, for real.
Educated combos, like, everybody we work with, I be telling them about y'all podcast. I'm like, bro, like, I fuck with them heavy because it's like, y'all some smart brothers, you feel me? And y'all educated in different ways, you feel me? As far as you got street smarts, you got book smarts, and then it's like, y'all pay attention, you know what I mean? And it's like, even though we're all friends, everybody got different walks of life, so it shapes a different opinion, and that's what I always respect about y'all, is that, like, y'all not going to be, like, I guess the norm opinion, what people tell you should think, like, you don't believe in prisons, like, you feel me? Shit like that.
Right.
Like, I like that. I love originality.
Squad. Nah, we appreciate it, for real. This is going to go on a promo. No, I'm joking. But, nah, but really do appreciate it. I'm a go, though. I haven't even eaten yet, so that's what I'm going to do. Yeah. Speaking of eating, check out dinner session and all that. I'll talk to you later. Peace.
Peace.